Because it's just like, it doesn't feel right otherwise. And then my foot always falls asleep on me, but no, you are not sitting on a pillow. That is some garbage.
Actually, this is much better. I feel like I'm sinking in without it. It's actually make a big difference. I'm not even just too solid.
Fine. Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today we have the long-awaited couples Q&A. This is Christopher, for those of you who have never met him before.
Oh, hi. I'm Christopher.
We are about to celebrate our 4th wedding anniversary together. So I have hit up Instagram and YouTube asking you guys what your questions are for the two of us, and I am excited to dive right into this. Let's get started with our first question. Simply KJ asks, are you eventually going to have kids of your own or adopt? Yes, eventually. Emphasis on eventually. We would definitely like to have kids. I personally would love to have at least one of our own, but I think I'd also might want to adopt one of our own as well. I don't know that we've talked as much about adoption. We've kind of brought it up a little bit. Where I'd say still a little ways from having kids, but yeah. How about you?
Yeah, I mean, we definitely want to have kids.
How many?
I
feel like our answers might be different on this.
I feel like 4 would be like the most, maybe. I'd be fine with anywhere between like 2 and 4 or more if that's what happens. But
so I would definitely say 4 is the max. But I think I'd like to have at least 2 as well. So 2, 3, maybe 4. We'll see. But I also think that I want to just take each one as it comes. We'll make that decision maybe one at a time. So I think we're still a little ways off from that, but definitely want to have kids someday. Not tomorrow. Next, KElise00 asks, before you were in a relationship with Christopher, had you considered staying in the States? Yes, I had considered staying in the States, but I probably would have moved back to Canada at some point if I hadn't met Christopher. But I think that, getting married definitely changed my plans, and so we're planning on staying in the States for the foreseeable future, specifically in North Carolina. Okay, next question. Amy Lee 27 asks, do you think you would ever get a fur baby or a little pet?
yeah, I think we probably will. Maybe after we get a house. But yeah, I love dogs, and Ashley loves dogs even more.
Whenever I pass by a dog, just cannot help myself but to go up and pet it, and I talk to them. Their owners I'll say hi to, and then I'll just proceed to have a conversation with the dog. So I personally, my dream breed of dog would be a Samoyed, which I know
really
that's not quite the right pronunciation. It's like Samoyed or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. It looks like Samoyed to me, but they're white, fluffy, and so cute. They are also really hard to find, especially at shelters and stuff like that. So not sure if we'll get one, but I would love that. And then Christopher, what breed of dog do you want?
I've recently become a big fan of German Shepherds. I met one at a friend's house the other day, and it was probably the best dog I've ever met. And then I saw a German Shepherd puppy that was really cute, so...
sealed the deal. Okay, this is a great question. Jade Vanita asks, how do you practice your faith as a couple? And for those of you who don't know, Christopher and I are both Christian. Our faith is really important to us, and so it really has a big impact on a lot of how we live. Do you want to share a few ways that it kind of...
Yeah. So our faith is more than just kind of a title for us. It's something that is the core of our beings. So it sort of affects everything we do. We're heavily involved in our church. We both read our Bibles every day. And
we're trying to read through the Bible in a year together right now. So yeah. I think you're a couple of days ahead of me, but... Yeah.
So it's a very central force in our marriage and in our life, and something that's very important to us.
Yeah, we actually met at church, so... definitely something that's played a big role in our relationship, for sure. Mm-hmm. Ooh, I like this one. MD Halal Udin asks, who is the most romantic one? Well, I can tell you who it isn't.
Not me.
So Christopher is, and he's not super comfortable on video, so this might not be coming across that well. He is a very, joking, funny person who enjoys poking, prodding, and teasing all day long. And I love him for that. He's not exactly the most romantic person, though. I would definitely say I'm not super romantic either, but of the two of us, I'm definitely the more romantic one.
I'm a very structured, kind of list-oriented type of person, so spontaneity isn't
Don't
exactly...
make yourself sound too fun now.
Spontaneity isn't my strong suit. Although, this weekend is going to be pretty nice.
Okay, I'm excited. We have a specific question for Christopher. Uttam Kati asks, what does Christopher do for work?
I do architectural rendering. So I basically build houses virtually, and we create 3D renderings of single-family homes usually. Our company's called Rendering House, if you ever need some architectural visualization done.
Just a little promo in there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So if you've ever seen like the plans for a house that's going to be built or new development or something like that, even some like commercial buildings, Christopher is his company. They'll create those, and so Christopher is a project coordinator.
Account manager, project coordinator.
Okay, this next one comes from Destiny Noel LG, and she says, who said I love you first, and how did it go?
I definitely did. I think it went well.
Well, the first time, so Christopher tried saying I love you, I think a month after we started dating, and I was...
I meant it.
I don't think you said I love you. You said, can I say I love you yet? And I said, no, I'm not ready for that. And then I think it was like a month after that where I let you say I love you. And then it was probably another month after that where I responded, I love you.
I definitely knew it a lot earlier than Ashley did, I think.
So Christopher apparently knew he wanted to marry me after the third date.
Yep.
Which kind of blows my mind still. But needless to say, he was far more ready to say I love you before I was.
You just had to be a little bit patient.
I came around eventually. Okay, this is a fun one, and I got it from a few of you. Katya asks, Christopher, what were your thoughts when Ashlynne decided that she wanted to start a YouTube channel?
It was the one that encouraged her to do it. She had started with, I'm sure some of you have seen the very early videos on her channel, and she had a decent viewer base, following base, and she had wanted to start a blog or some sort of forum.
Wait. For those of you who don't know this story, I had when I was younger, I was really into like the beauty gurus, and this was just when YouTube was getting started, and so I made a couple random videos. They're still up on my channel if you want to go back and look at them. When I was like 12, I think, and I am in these videos going through a very awkward stage in my life, but also I am whispering because I'm recording these videos on my iPhone, I think 3, at 10 p.m. at night, and whispering so that my parents can't hear me. I'm filming these in my bedroom. They are horrible, but back in the day, there weren't a lot of videos on YouTube, and so it was really easy for videos to kind of go viral or to get a lot of traction, even when the quality of them was questionable. And so over the years, a couple of these videos got like 1 million views each, which is crazy, and that just doesn't really happen anymore. Maybe 2,000 people had subscribed to my channel. I had posted a handful of videos and then went on a very long hiatus, shall we say. I had completely quit YouTube after like a month of trying it back when I was 12 or 13. So Christopher found out that I had this very dead YouTube channel that I had not posted a video to in years.
And you had talked about starting a blog or some kind of online forum for you to talk about your life and things, and I was like, why don't you just revamp your YouTube channel? Like, you have a decent base to start from, and she used some of the ad money that she'd gotten to buy her first camera and started her YouTube channel that you guys are all subscribers to now. And she's really done a great job with it.
Labadisiqui.
Let's see. Labadisiqui
asks, is Christopher an introvert?
No, not at all. Not even close.
So Christopher often gets mistaken for being an introvert, number one, by people watching this channel, but just in general, because he has a very low voice, which I think because it's lower in its range, I think that people often mistake that for him being an introvert, because a lot of introverts tend to speak lower in their register, but it's just his natural voice.
I'm also a good listener, so I'm an extrovert, but I'm not one to like just run at the mouth all the time. So that might be part of it.
He loves being around people though. When we, both get off of work, the only thing that he wants to do is spend time with me, where I do love people and I'm a little bit extroverted, but I also need some alone time, and so sometimes we have to work at finding the balance of he wants to spend every waking moment of the day with me, and I'm just like, give me a little bit of space at times. We love spending time together, but just trying to find that balance of his extroversion and my
not as
significantly less extroversion. Okay, last question here. Caddy Rod Chapa asks, what is your favorite drink? Tea, coffee, something else? So I, as a lot of you guys know, love tea. Loose leaf tea is a big favorite of mine. Picking one specific type of tea is challenging, but a couple of my favorites are vanilla rooibos, which is a red tea, caffeine-free. It is amazing. And then I also love, from David's Tea, there's this flavor called S'mores Chai Puree, I believe. And it literally smells like and tastes like a bonfire in a tea. Put a little bit of oat milk in that, and it is incredible. So those are probably my two favorite drinks.
I don't really drink tea or coffee or much really at all.
He drinks a lot of water.
Yeah, I'll drink sodas. I like cream soda, root beer.
You drink them like once a month.
Yeah, when I do. I like juices, grape juice, and like mango and stuff like that. It's good.
He loves anything mango flavored, and so there's this mango nectar juice at Trader Joe's that he really likes. Okay, well, that's all the questions we're going to be answering for today's video. I hope that you had fun with this one and that you enjoyed getting to meet Christopher, and hopefully, I don't know, you get a better sense of us as a couple. I know that I refer to him a lot in videos, but it's nice that you were able to join me for one.
Glad to be here, and best wishes, and thanks for watching. Subscribe, comment, rate below.
Okay, I don't really know how to do a closing of a video with two people here, but thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this one. I know that we were able to get to a lot of your questions, but if you have any that we didn't get to, be sure to comment them down below and I'll try to answer as many as possible. That is everything for today though. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.